Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I've come on today to do another Foil Frenzy Suite project. Today I've got this cute little box that I've designed to show you. Happy birthday little wee gift box. In this I've got a wee piece of soap in this one. So I'm going to do another one to match it. Just bear with me, I'm just going to pan out and then I'll talk about what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. Just panning out so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to sit down. So really enjoying doing this suite this week with the Foil Frenzy suite, the Foil Frenzy Designer Series paper, and this gorgeous Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. So for this box I have got all the bits and pieces here cut out ready to go, so I'll show you what we've got here. So we've got a strip of, I'm going to do this in the lemon lime twist, as you see, this one. So we've got a bow pre-tied, because life's too short to try bows on video. We've all got different ways of doing that, and there are loads of YouTube videos out there showing you how to tie bows, but there's one there. So then this piece of cardstock in the lemon lime twist is 16 centimetres by 5.7 centimetres. Then we have a square of lemon lime twist, and it's 10.5 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres. I've got a piece for the top of the box to decorate the top of the box, and it is 5.4 centimetres by 5.2 centimetres, and another piece the same size to stamp the sentiment on to put on the inside of the box. And although on this pink, the Berry Burst box, I've only done one panel on the front, I have cut enough panels here to go around my lemon lime twist, so I might stick them around. We'll see how we go when we get to that bit. A piece of just tissue, this probably out of a shoebox or something like that, this tissue, just white tissue, and it's approximately 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres. I have just torn it, used a ruler to try and get a wee bit of a straight line on it, but it's just roughly. But you don't want too much bulk of tissue in this particular box because it only just fits, and you don't want it to be gaping open. With my little bar of soap, so I'm using these little bars of soap, which actually are from a Scottish soap factory. Okay, I buy from their factory shop locally. I think this has been done for some business, but then they have levelled off the signature that was on it. But anyway, that's another story. But right, so I wanted to make a wee box for the soap. So weeks ago I tried to make a box for the soap, and I made this one, but as you can see it's too big and the soap kind of floats about in it, and it doesn't, you know, when you give it, it's kind of a bit clunky, and I'd actually cut that a bit small too. So it is based on this design. The magnets I used in there are not as strong as the magnets I'm using in this box, and I'll talk about the magnets when we get to that bit. So let's have a go at making up the box. I've refined that a bit, and I think you'll agree this is a slightly neater project. I like this better. Okay, now I did mean to bring another box to show you that a friend made. Just hang on a second, if it's handy I'll show you. Sorry about that. Now here's a quickly, I just ran through and got that. A friend came, one of my Stampin' Up friends came to visit last week, and she brought me a little gift that she had made. It's a little lip balm inside this box, and she's done it with a complete wrap around. The ribbon is a belly band, and if you open it up, I have copied her idea. She stamped on her tissue paper with the same stamp sets I'm going to use, and it's a brand name lip therapy. So that's another box design, but I didn't want to steal someone else's design. I've come up with my own because I wanted one for soap, but again she's used this beautiful burlap ribbon, which I really like as well, and it goes really well on this paper too. But that's where the ideas come from. My friend is Heather, and you'll find her on YouTube under Nellie's Hobbies. She's got some fantastic ideas, so pop on over and have a look at her YouTube channel too. Okay, so let's go for this. Let's see what we can do. I'm just putting some things aside so that we can get some space to make, and I don't want to have lost the bits when it's time to do that. So first of all, we're going to take the square. I'm going to put my cutting blade out of the way here. Using my scoreboard, my trimmer, which scores as well, because when I'm only doing a few scores I find this is actually easier. So I'm going to score this at 2.5 centimetres all the way around. Now you can either you can measure out this way, your 2.5, or out this way. I just find it easier to see this one, so we're going the 2.5 line there, score, and then turn it 90 degrees, butt it against the top, score 90 degrees. Just make sure it's butted hard so you get your right angle. And again, fourth score, and that's the base of the box there. And then the long strip, this one, I want to score 3 scores on that, so I'm going to score this at, where's 5.5, 8, and 13.5. Whoops, there we go. And that's the scoring done, so we'll pop this trimmer out of the way. And then just fold and burnish all your with your bone folder. Oops. And on this one, of course I've not even got my snips through, but never mind, I've got some other ones. What you want is to find the halfway point on here. So I'm just using this to line up, and just put one wee dot with a pencil there, and then I'm just going to eyesight this, probably better with a bigger pair of scissors than I've got, but I don't want to interrupt the video again and be running through. Basically just making a triangular flap on the box. And I'm actually going to keep these 2 bits of card because I will use one of them for the magnet. And then on this one, what we're going to do is I'll fold and burnish it first, actually. So it just makes it easier to see the lines where you're cutting. You seen that? Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to cut straight as you can up there to make a flap up. So 2 flaps there, turn it all the way around 180 degrees, exactly the same on the opposite side. Well, that's not very straight. Try to be straight. And then on these flaps, if you just might, cut out a wee wedge. And just again on that. And do that on all 4 flaps. Not thick wedge, just, whoops, maybe just a bit more than that. just remember to leave these ones straight, but just the little flaps, just so that it leaves everything tidy when you're finished. Okay, so that's what you need to look at, and then I turn that over, and with my fast fuse just pop some, whoops, glue. You can do this with wet glue also. On all 4 flaps you just need a bit of adhesive. If you're doing it with wet glue, obviously you need to give it all a bit longer than I can. Oh, getting in the muddle here. When you're doing a video, sometimes it's better to use a dry adhesive because you're not wasting everybody's time. Oh, great. I overshot there. So then very carefully just construct your box. Whoops. Lining up at each corner. Just make sure that your corners are nice and straight. And then okay, that's the base box. Then I am going to use wet glue for this bit, and basically what we're doing here is just wrapping that around. Now I have cut, oh that's not very neat there, that's better. Okay, I have cut that 2mm wider than that one, just so that it all sits nicely. So I'm going to put some glue on this back wall bit here, that will go on the back, and then on this base here. Just take your time, line that up. You need to know that that's going to shut, so you just take your time. Now there is a very slight overhang at the sides, and that was deliberate in the design, but just make sure it's quite straight. There we go. And we'll just let that dry for a minute and we'll do some stamping. Okay, just like that's the basic box construction there. Actually, what we can do, we probably should have done, was put the panels on before we glued it all together, but hey, this is how we roll. So just lining that up there, just putting it in the middle. I'm going to keep the front panel. I'll decide whether I want these panels on at the end. The front panel, I'm not putting that on just now because it's actually going to hide the magnet. Yeah, I should have stuck this down beforehand, but there we go. We'll just let it dry a bit just now, and then I need to, which way around does this go? That's going to go in the middle. So I'm going to stamp, this is the bit to go on the inside of the lid, and I want the happy birthday stamp from here. Oh, got flowers jumping out all over here. And there we go. And I'm just going to use one colour of ink, just keeping everything kind of colour coordinated. Quite like doing that, just not having too many colours in a project. So just again, ink up my stamp. I know it looks pink, it's just stained from previous colours. Oh, kind of inked my block as well, so let's wipe that off. I don't know about you, but I find baby wipes are quite handy to have around when I'm crafting. And happy birthday. There we go. Pretty. Just give that one a wipe off just so I'll clean that up when we're finished. And I'm just going to use a little flower if I can find it. Where's the little flower gone? Do you know sometimes you're looking at things? Oh my goodness. There it is. Oh no, that's the solid one. There's the little twirly flower. Oh my goodness. I'm going to use the big one because I can't even find the little one. There is a little scribbled one in there somewhere. Oh, it is there. It isn't the solid one. No, that is the solid one. Okay, right. Cancel that. I'm just... can't spend all day. This getting old thing is horrible. I know there are 2 sizes of flower on this set. Just stamping off just to decorate, that's that bit. And my tissue. I'm really upset myself by losing that flower. I am sure that came in 2 sizes. I'm having a nightmare. Never mind. Anyway, put that aside there, and I need another block here, and I am going to use oh, I'm so sorry. I've got totally distracted by that flower, and it's really upsetting me now because I still can't find it, and there's not even a space on there for it that I can see. Oh, I'm getting really old. Right, anyway, never mind. Let's try and just forget about that. Right, you look gorgeous. You can all have a laugh at my expense. But I found it. There it is. There it is. There. Oh, I knew it was there. It hadn't slipped. Right. Okay. You look gorgeous. And I've managed to get some green ink on my tissue paper, but actually... oh no, it's not. It's underneath on the grid paper. Oh, don't get old, folks. I'm having a very senior day today. You look gorgeous. Take that off. I'm wiping them with baby wipes because when I take them off I get covered in ink. And then I'm going to put, what will we have? Forever Young. Again, really the stamps and the ink dries fairly quickly on the tissue, so Forever Young. I'm just randomly popping them around. I'm sorry, I'm a bit thrown by not being able to find that flower stamp. Quite, as you get older, your memory and your vision sometimes goes. That's the Forever Young. Right, where is that flower now? It's disappeared on me again. There it is. Here it is. It's here. I'm going to take the big one off. The big one back. And the little one here. I'm just making sure it's cleaned off, and I'm just stamping a few flowers randomly on the tissue paper. And then everything is coordinated. Right, I think that will be plenty. And that dries fairly quickly because this tissue paper is quite porous. So pop the ink out of the way. Get my stamps over there for cleaning and putting away after the video. So we've got a bar of soap here. I'm going to wrap it in the tissue, I think, and put it in the box. So wrapping it, wrapping up here this way, just wrapping it. I don't want too much bulk in the box because the box is quite a tight fit, see? So that's going to fit fine there. Okay, so we'll take that out for the moment. We'll glue in our birthday greeting. And then we'll sort out our magnet. So I'm just popping the happy birthday on the inside of the lid. Quite nice, instead of having all your greeting on the outside, to just pop it on the inside. Lovely wee gift for anyone. Okay, so what's next? The magnet closing, I think. So to do this, I have some, I don't really know if I'm any good at saying this, neodymium magnets, little tiny ones. They're 8mm diameter, and they are just 1mm thick, so they're really thick. Now they're really strong. It's quite hard for me to get just 2 magnets from the column of magnets that I've got, so I'm going to put them back. Now put them away safely, because I mean obviously these are not a good idea to have around small children, so I wouldn't put these onto a gift that I was giving a child. I'm just putting them away carefully. So we have 2 magnets. Okay folks, I'm so sorry about the jump in the video. The camera actually cut out just at the bit where I was doing the green box, wasn't I? Just at the box bit where I was putting just about to put the magnets in. So, and I had already finished this off with the bow and everything before I realised that the film had stopped. So I've quickly constructed another box. This time in Pool Party. I've stopped at the bit where we put the magnet on so that you can see that process. So if you just bear with me. Really not my day to day. I could tell you some more stories about things that have happened today, like locking myself out in the freezing cold, no phone, key wouldn't work in the door, and all I'd gone out to do was take the sack out to the bin and tidy up a little bit out the back garden. So these are little, now I can't even say that, and today's just not the day. Neodymium, see how strong they are? Neodymium magnets. They're very small, they're 8mm diameter, and they're only 1mm thick. Now I wouldn't use these if I was giving this gift to a child, only for adults. Put these away safely and make sure that the grandchildren don't have access to them. So as you see, these are very strong, so what I'm going to do, if I can, is get them apart and put them quite far apart on my paper first. I use glue dots. Glue dots work quite well with these to attach them. So let's get the glue, of course. Oh, I did find my snips in between, so that was something. Just one of these days. Once I finish this, I'm going to sit down with a cup of coffee. So I think I actually deserve it today. So I've put a glue dot on there, and I'm just popping that, just eyeballing about halfway. And then I'm going to stick this wee panel over the top, so the magnet's not going to be visible. Again, I'm just using fast fuse simply because I'm making a film and I don't want it to go on for too long and you have to wait for glue to dry. But if that, you know, you decide yourself what you want to do at home. So just kind of eyeball the panel, and I'm just sticking it on over the top of the magnet, and then take the other magnet, and because they're so strong, it lines itself up properly over that one. So then all I have to do now is get another glue dot. Let's hope this works by magic. Pop that glue dot on that second magnet, and then carefully bring my lid over where I want it to sit. Close that over, and then that should pick up my magnet like that, and it's in exactly the right place. Then over the top of that magnet I am going to put a triangle of Pool Party card. Again, faffing about with fast fuse simply because it would dry. You might want to use wet glue, but there we go, just to cover up. That magnet, and it just makes it all look tidier. So there we go. That will close, and then we just need to finish this box off with, well, I'll stick some soap in it. I haven't cut the tissue and things for this one. It's just really just quickly put this one together to show you the process for putting the magnet for the closing. And here's a little bow. I put 2 or 3 glue dots on the ribbon so that it stays on. I'm putting it on here. There we go. There you go. So, Pool Party, Lemon Lime Twist, and Berry Burst. Foil Frenzy. Sweet, what do you think? Sweet little boxes. Inside, happy birthday. I've not finished off the Pool Party one. I'll do that because I'm going to give these to some friends. And there you go. Happy birthday, Foil Frenzy. Wow. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. I think you'll agree that the magnet makes a great closure for the box. I just like the magic of it. Pop it down and it snaps shut. Great, it's great. I'm easily amused. So thanks very much for sticking with me. Sorry about the jump in the video and a few pauses in it today. I'm really not having a good day, but it can only get better. So if you don't mind, after you've watched this, if you could subscribe to me and also give me a like or some constructive comments. Make them nice today because, as I've already said, it's been a tough day for me. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video.